Let's talk about something you've probably seen happen. In a tough housing market, why is it that some homes manage to sell for thousands, maybe even tens of thousands more than their neighbors? Well, I'll tell you, the secret isn't a bigger yard or an extra bathroom anymore. There's a whole new rule book for attracting buyers. Today, we're going to break down the advanced strategies that go straight for the heart to get the absolute best price for a home.
So let's just ask that big question right out of the gate. You've got two similar homes, same street, same market, yet one sells for a massive premium. What is going on there? Is it just random luck? Nope, not at all. There is a very specific and very powerful strategy at play.
And here it is, the secret sauce. The thing that makes all the difference today is pure emotion. See, winning over a buyer isn't about just checking boxes on a feature list anymore. It's about tapping into this really deep, universal desire we all have for a personal sanctuary, a place to feel safe and calm.
We're calling this the new search for sanctuary, a home that promises wellness, that promises a sense of calm. That's not just a nice little bonus anymore. For a lot of buyers out there, it's become a top-of-the-list, non-negotiable feature. So how in the world do you stage a house to sell a feeling?
Well, it really comes down to two powerful and data-backed design trends. On one hand, you have color drenching. This is all about creating drama. It's immersive, it's bold. On the other hand, you have Japandi. This is about building serenity with a calm, minimalist feel. They seem like opposites, but both are incredibly effective at creating that sanctuary vibe that buyers are so hungry for.
All right, first up, let's dive into drama and the incredible power of color. This is how you make a home not just memorable, but truly unforgettable.
The technique is called color drenching. And listen, this is so much more than just a single accent wall. We're talking about painting the walls, the trim, the baseboards, the ceiling, maybe even the doors, all in one single enveloping color. The whole point is to create this seamless, immersive mood that just feels incredibly sophisticated and intentional.
Now, the psychology behind this is just fascinating. By getting rid of those visual breaks like bright white trim, you completely trick the eye. Dark, moody colors create this cozy, cocooning feeling that feels so luxurious. But here's the wild part. A single, continuous light color can actually make a room feel bigger and more open. It can turn that small, awkward spare room into a dramatic little jewel box. It's an absolutely genius way to take a problem room and make it a major statement.
But okay, what if your goal isn't drama, but just profound, soul-soothing calm? You know, if color drenching is the wow, then Japandi is that deep, contented sigh of relief. This style speaks directly to that modern, wellness-focused buyer.
Japandi is this amazing hybrid design style. It brings together the best of two worlds. You've got the Japanese philosophy of wabi-sabi, which is all about finding beauty in natural imperfection, and you mix that with the Scandinavian idea of hiki, you know, that feeling of deep coziness and contentment. The result is a style that's minimalist, but still incredibly warm, natural, and inviting.
So how do you do it? Well, using Japandi is all about being intentional. You declutter so that every single item in the room has a purpose. You stick to earthy colors and bring in tons of natural materials like wood, linen, and rattan to add warmth and texture. And here's a key point. By choosing quality furniture over just a lot of stuff, you're sending a subtle signal to a buyer that the entire home is well cared for.
And this quote just nails it. In a world that feels so chaotic a lot of the time, Japandi staging doesn't just show off a pretty room. It sells a vision for a better life, a life that is serene, that is stress-free, and that feels manageable. And, I mean, who doesn't want to buy into that?
Okay, so this all sounds great. It's creative, it's beautiful, but does it actually translate into more money? Does it lead to higher offers? This is where the data comes in, and honestly, the numbers are pretty surprising. For years, maybe decades, the #1 rule in real estate was neutral sells. Just paint everything beige or garage and you can't go wrong. But new data, including a huge study from Zillow, shows that this supposedly safe choice might actually be costing sellers thousands of dollars.
And the numbers really don't lie. Look at this. Specific, often bold, colors are adding real money to final sale prices. A charcoal gray living room? Boom, potentially over $2,500 more. But look at the flip side. That cheerful daisy yellow kitchen could cost you almost $4,000.
Even a plain white bathroom was shown to potentially lower the price. These choices have real, tangible financial consequences.
Let's just focus on this one number for a second. Over $2,500. That's the potential return on investment from just a few cans of deep graphite gray paint in the kitchen. This isn't about your personal taste anymore. This is a calculated financial decision, plain and simple.
So, we've got drama that wows, and we have calm that soothes. But here's the best part. You don't have to choose between them. The ultimate strategy, the real pro move, is to combine them in what we're calling the 80-20 Fusion Blueprint. The goal here is to create an aesthetic that is both deeply serene and completely unforgettable. And you can adapt this to your specific market. For example, if you're selling a home near the coast, you could create a coastal Japandi feel. Think light woods, natural jute rugs, and little accents of sea glass green or soft ocean blues. It's got that Japandi calm, but with a distinct local character.
And here is how you balance it. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% of the home, so the main living areas, the bedrooms, that's your calm, bright Japandi foundation. That's what creates that tranquil, inviting flow. Then for the other 20%, you create that wow moment. You pick a smaller space, like a powder room or a home office, and you go for it with color drenching for a pop of unforgettable drama.
When you put it all together, this fusion strategy is the perfect antidote to that sea of bland, boring, flipper gray homes that have totally saturated the market. It gives buyers the serene canvas they're craving, but it also delivers a memorable, sophisticated design moment that makes your property the one they can't stop thinking about. Of course, having a great strategy is one thing, but execution is everything. So let's run through a simple checklist to make sure you get this right. First, and this is a big one, test your paints, always. See what they look like in the actual room, in the actual light. And pro tip, use a matte finish for your color-drenched rooms. Second, focus on flow. Use low-profile furniture to create these really clear, inviting pathways for buyers to walk through. Third, layer your textures and your light. Mixing things like wood, stone, linen, and wool makes any space feel rich and warm. And finally, avoid the most common mistake. If you go bold with a color-drenched room, let that color be the star. Keep the furniture and decor inside that room simple and neutral. So, I'll leave you with this final thought. As you get a home ready for the market, ask yourself this one simple question. Is this home just staged to be looked at, or is it staged to be truly felt? Because in today's market, that feeling, well, that's everything.